I get excited because I'm turning these over, and when I asked for what will be your guiding star for 2024, what will be your true north, we got this 9 of Cups. I think it's a really beautiful card to see as far as this being your true north. This is the yes card. This is a wish card. This is overflowing emotional intelligence, overflowing and overpouring of love. Happy New Year and welcome to your year ahead tarot reading. If we haven't met before, welcome to the channel. My name is Francisca. I'm the owner of Breathe, Connect, Thrive, a healing studio in Houston, Texas, where I help people release deep emotions through conscious connected breathing, replenish their mind, body, heart, and soul in restorative yoga, gain some clarity through personalized self-discovery tarot readings. And I combine all of those modalities with coaching and Reiki in the chakra balancing breathwork journey, an 11-session journey to help you connect to your soul and ultimately live the kind of life that you deserve to live. And if we have met before, thank you so much for returning. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it in so many ways. So because we're at the start of the year, that'd be really great to do a year ahead tarot reading. Now, this is a tarot spread that I've used before with clients. This is a tarot spread that is included in the Soul Shift VIP intensive. These are one-on-one 4-hour sessions where we go through like all of the goals that you want to accomplish for 2024, but also how you can really find soul aligned goals that make sense for you in your life. And so this is one of the spreads that I share in the Soul Shift VIP. And so I'm going to share it with you guys today. I really love it because it has 8 questions, because this is a universal 8-year. So if you've been with me for a while, then you may know that numerology is one of the things that really spurred my interest in spirituality, personal self-development, and personal growth. And I love looking at the universal year, like the universal number for the year. And so every year has a universal number in numerology. And so what you do is you take the year, you add it together. So 2 + 2 + 4 = 8. So this is an 8-year. So the number 8, if you flip it to its side, it's the infinity symbol, right? It's about balance. It's about, what you take, you give back. It's about balancing the spiritual with the material, but it's also a number of strength. In tarot, the 8 card is the strength card. It's that fierce determination. It's that resiliency, right? It's intentional, it's magnetizing. It's that quiet determination, that inner fire, and it's about stoking that inner fires. And as I said before, it's a number of strength and resiliency and that inner quiet determination. Just as 8 is a strength card in tarot. So this month I do have 3 readings for you to choose from, and I am using 3 different decks. So the first deck that I'm using is the Light Seers Tarot deck. I love this deck. It's one of my favorites. And so the cards look like this. See the Lovers and the Page of Wands peeking out. For that reading, I am using Amethyst. So Amethyst, and I'm using these little heart stones. I love these. I've made some jewelry out of these, but this is a beautiful amethyst heart stone. Amethyst is really great for intuition, clarity, dreams, connecting the third eye and the crown chakra, and for clearing negative energy. For the second reading, I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot. Those are these cards. They look like that on the outside, and on the inside they look like this. Ooh, look at that Queen of Pentacles peeking out. That might be a symbol for what's to come. I don't know. We'll see. And for this deck, I am using the Sodalite heart. So Sodalite is a very beautiful stone, really great for throat and third eye, crown chakra, truth, clarity, intuition, intelligence, self-acceptance, and emotional balance. So using that for the second reading. For the third reading, I am using Green Aventurine. So this beautiful Green Aventurine heart is really great for the heart chakra, amplifying abundance, emotional well-being, personal growth, and confidence, and also healing old heart wounds. And so with these 3 readings, I am using 8 questions or 8 cards for each of the spreads. So the questions I am asking the tarot and spirit for you today are: what is your current energy? What is the theme or the energy for 2024 for you? What new beginning is happening for you this year? What area of your life will you experience the most growth? What is this year's possible challenge for you? What is this year's possible support for you? What is the best use of your energy or your focus this month? And what will your guiding star be for 2024? How can you come back to your true north? I usually ask for guidance from Spirit, but I thought that a guiding star card from Spirit, I mean, like this whole message is from Spirit, really. But I thought that would be a really great question to ask to kind of round out this reading. So each card represents a story on its own, and then together they tell a full story of your life at this time. And just know that if you are watching this reading at a later time, I feel like we get the messages that we need to get whenever we're ready to receive them or open to receiving them. And I always think it's really cool to go back and watch these videos later on, because I think hindsight is a really great indicator of like what our intuition, how our intuition speaks to us. I feel like also mistakes are how our intuition speaks to us too. I've learned a lot because I'm hard-headed and stubborn, or maybe I should just say headstrong, but I'm hard-headed and stubborn. And I've learned a lot through my mistakes. And for someone like me who's very stubborn, mistakes are just really helpful in hindsight for me when I go back and look at things and I'm like, oh, that's why that didn't work out, or oh, that's why that didn't make sense for me, because I was probably trying to force my way into something. And it isn't until later on that I realized that. So I'm saying this because when we end a year and begin a new year, I know for some people, the beginning of the year is at the end of winter, which is March, and spring. And I love spring for the first of the year. But the truth is that, you know, we live in this material world and, you know, the year does start in January. And so anyways, all this is to say that sometimes when we're closing out a year and we're beginning a new year, there can be some things that come up for us. And for some people that can feel like mistakes that we made the year in the past and things like that. So where I'm going with this is, if you do feel like you've made mistakes in the past year, know that you can always shift and you can always find that guiding star, your true north. Your true north is yours. It's not anybody else's. Your true north is something that's going to help you focus and refocus your energy back into your heart, back into who you truly are. And I think that that's a really great card to ask in the reading on 8 to note for the 8th card. But yeah, so these, keep in mind that these are general readings. So if you would like a personalized reading, click on the link in the description box below and you can book your session either in person or online. For the first reading, we are using Amethyst. Again, Amethyst is a beautiful stone for clarity, for clarifying and enhancing your dreams, calming and connecting to your third eye and your crown chakra, and to cleanse negative energy. So we are using 8 cards for this reading. We are using the Light Seers Tarot deck. For the first card, we're asking Spirit, what is your current energy? And I'm shuffling all of these cards in my hands to see where, here we go. What is your current energy? In 2024, what is the theme for you this year? All right. What new beginning is happening for you this year? Okay. What area of your life will you experience the most growth? Right? This year's challenge for you. Make some room here. This year's support for you. What's the best use of your energy or your focus for this month? And always asking for guidance from source. But more importantly, we're asking for what will be your guiding star for 2024? How can you find your true north in 2024? Okay, so let's see what we have. Oh, I get excited because I'm turning these over, and when I asked for what will be your guiding star for 2024, what will be your true north, we got this 9 of Cups. And when I'm seeing this card, I'm reminded of a reading I did for a friend probably about 3 or 4 years ago. And she was having a rough time in regards to a breakup. And I remember seeing this card in her reading, and when I saw this card, I told her 3 to 4 months, but actually it's 3 to 4 years till she felt this. I'm not saying that this is going to be you in 3 to 4 years, but I'm saying that this was a beautiful card to receive in such a time of hurt for her. And I think that this is a beautiful card for you to receive, especially if you're feeling hurt, especially if you're feeling like there's some mistakes that you made last year in 2023. I think it's a really beautiful card to see as far as this being your true north. This is the yes card. This is a wish card. This is overflowing emotional intelligence, overflowing and overpouring of love. But to do that, you have to jump from a full chest of gold here. And I think it's a really beautiful card to receive as far as this being your true north. We'll go into the whole reading, but I thought that was really great. So your current energy is this King of Swords. Analytical thoughts, trying to get things in order, trying to plan things out, trying to figure out like where things are going to go. It could be something to do with, paperwork. There may be some legal stuff to take care of. There may be, it's January, so you might just be in the current energy of like trying to figure out and plan out how things will go, how things will happen. So that's your current energy. The theme for this year is the Star. Do not give up hope. Do not give up hope. If you are in a place, and it's like, I just feel like there's something to do with mistakes of last year, especially with this reading, when this reading comes about, like the mistakes of last year, what you may have done last year, what you didn't do last year, what happened to you, what happened for you, maybe what happened through you. And what you created last year, what you didn't create. And so the theme of 2024 will be for you not to lose hope, will be for you to stay connected to your heart, stay connected to your higher power if you believe in that, stay connected to your future self. Your future self does have the wherewithal to pull you through what you're going through now. Your future self, your wiser self, for some of us, that's our inner child, will be the person to help you through. It's you helping yourself through the year. And so if you feel throughout the year that you're not sure, this is your theme for the year. It's like, don't lose hope. Stay connected to your heart. Keep your heart open. Keep your mind open to possibilities. You're not alone. You're not alone. There's infinite possibilities available for you. What new beginning is happening for you this year? The Four of Swords. This is a card of rest. This is a card of restoration. This is the card of, and in some cases it's looked at a card of, like recuperating from illness. Although I don't necessarily feel that is the case for you. I feel like this is a time for you to learn to rest, intentionally before the rest comes for you. Sometimes we push ourselves a little too hard, and in the pushing and trying to get all the things done, right, and trying to goal set and do all the things, we put too much on our plate, and then we're forced into this rest. But I feel like this new beginning for you is a time for you to be like, okay, I'm going to set my emotions to the side. See how she's got her heart set to the side there? And I'm going to keep my thoughts and my logical mind ready, but I'm going to take a rest. I'm going to do intentional resting here. Now, what area of your life will you experience the most growth? This King of Wands. I think it's really beautiful to get this card as your area of growth. The King of Wands is someone who's passionate, who's fiery. He's also someone who's done the work. He's taken his strength and he's learned to set it aside and not let his strength define him, right? He's been someone who's gone through the fire, who's found his passionate self and been able to pull that out in a way that it doesn't control him. So it's not the lion that's controlling him. He's put that lion behind him, and he's been able to kind of move forward and in a way that makes him clear and discerning and decisive. And so if you're using the current energy of the King of Swords, you know, analytical, this is analytical and this is fire, right? This is air, this is fire, right? And so this is communication, right? This is action. And so taking action on things that you really love. Now, what will this year's challenge for you be? What will this year's challenge for you be? Is that right? Is that how you say that? What will this year's challenge for you be? Why am I saying that like 5 times? Probably because there is some repetitiveness that may get in the way of what you really want. This year's challenge for you will be to actually sit down and do the thing. So there may be things, thoughts in the air, like hopes and, you know, a time between resting and taking action, feeling the passion, and, you know, moving between all of these emotions and states of being and feelings and things like that. But the challenge for you this year will be the sense of trying to get things done, like actually sitting down to do things so they don't overburden you, and working in a cycle. The moon cycle is here, so I like that. Working in a cycle, like working in a cycle that's best for you. Some days you may want to rest. Some days you may be in planning mode. Some days you may be in dreaming mode. And some days you may be in action mode. But you have to allow yourself, especially with this year's support being the Emperor, allow yourself to be structured, but in a way that's flexible and fluid. So that sounds a little counterintuitive, but it's really not. It's the structure that defines our parameters, like how far we can go. But learn to be flexible within the structure. Learn to be fluid within the structure. If you can learn to structure yourself, and not in a manipulative way, right? This guy can be manipulative, but he's not always, right? The Aries can be, you know, the first to try to get things done, right? The fiery part of us, the stubborn, the hard-headed, right? Aries over here talking from experience, but we do need some structure. There are some things that, you know, work well with structure. Not everything does. Not everything has to be structured. Not everything has to be calculated. But if you can define the parameters for which to play in, then there's more space to play. So the structure does create flexibility and fluidity. So your support this year is going to be to lean into the power of the Emperor, to lean into the structure, to lean into the support, right? Of the Emperor, right? He sets up the place. You know, 4s are numbers of foundation, right? If you take 4, multiply it by 2, it is the 8. So it's stronger when we have that framework, that parameter. Now, the flow comes from honoring your energetic bandwidth, honoring your emotional bandwidth, honoring your resources too, taking calculated risks. What is the best use of your focus and energy this month? The Death card. Rebirth. Rebirth. And I love it because look at that little infinity symbol in there. That's the 8, right? That's the balance that I was talking about, the rebirth. Getting rid of the old so that you can move forward to the new. The sense of transformation. The best use of your energy this month is to clean up any old energy from last year. Clean up any old stuff from last year. Release that stuff from last year. If you have to do some intense conscious connected breath work, I mean, I highly recommend conscious connected breath work. I've been doing a lot of that this month, or well, I did some this morning and I did some on yesterday, and actually, so I've done it twice this month, and it's already January 2nd. But this is a really good way to release energy throughout your body, to release these tears, to release this emotion that is in your body, to physically move the energy out of your body. You can also do physical movement. You can do some somatic movement. You can do anything that you need to do to get it out. Journal. I do a lot of that too. You know, you can do some burn letters. That's really great. If you haven't already done a cleaning out your house ritual, if you want to check out my end of year ritual, I'll leave a link in the description box below. If you're on my newsletter, you can go back a couple of newsletters and find the link for that workbook there. But cleaning out stuff, letting go of the old so you can integrate the new, so you can do that rebirthing process. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all energy is destroyed, because energy can't be destroyed, right? It cannot be created either, right? There's a regenerative process that happens with energy. It changes and shifts into something different. It may move into a different material form or different spiritual form, but the energy is always there. The energy is always flowing, right? That's the 8. That's the number of the 8, that resiliency. Lean into that resiliency. That is the best use of your energy for this month. And again, your guiding star for 2024 is this 9 of Cups. I think that it's a really beautiful card, and I don't normally do this, but I am going to do this this year. I made up my mind this morning when I was writing morning pages. I was like, what would it look like if I read the guiding star from the book? I love that these have really amazing messages in here. And I love the way Chris Ann writes. So I'm going to read to you the 9 of Cups, because I think it's great to have that. I love that the affirmation is, I open my grateful heart to all the gifts that are coming my way. Ooh, okay. So the universe is gifting you your desire, choosing joy, manifested dreams, gratitude, and abundance. This is a card of abundance and happiness, and is often fittingly called the wish card. What have you been wishing for? Allow yourself to experience how fulfilling this journey can be, and fill your life with all the laughter and bliss needed to spur you into the next phase of your happiness. Take stock of all the feels that are surfacing, and remember to practice gratitude for the manifestation of your dreams. The appearance of this card in your spread is an auspicious message of prosperity, harmony, and getting what you desired. What you have been working toward is coming to you. So enjoy life's pleasures and sink into the awe and wonder of your joyous heart. I open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way. I love this. And so your guiding star for 2024, when you're feeling lost, when you're feeling like, I don't know what to do, keep coming back to that feeling of opening your heart to gratitude, opening your heart to the things that you already have. You know, what are the things that you have? You know, sometimes when we're stuck in like mistakes from the past, when we're trying to look at the past and let the past go, it is hard for us to make those next steps, to sit down and actually do the work, right? It's hard for us to get centered and grounded and to, you know, feel that passion again when all we want to do is this, right? When all we want to do is rest, when all we want to do is lay down. It is so hard for us to get into this energy. One of the things that is really helpful is to say thank you. You know, sometimes it's hard to find that gratitude, right? It's hard to be grateful for, you know, what you have when you're like, oh, at least I have a roof over my head, or at least I have some money in the bank, or at least I have, like, if your money's bad, you know, at least or not money bad, but if your money's a little low, like, it can be hard to say, you know, at least I have this, when, you know, everything seems to be going wrong. But maybe saying thank you to yourself. Thank you for waking up this morning. Thank you for making the bed. It probably took you a lot of effort to make that bed. Sometimes it takes me a lot of effort to make my bed, right? Thank you, heart, for beating. Thank you, lungs, for breathing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for waking up this morning. Thank you for making the effort to get out of bed. Thank you for pulling yourself through yet another day, even though you don't want to. You know, whatever, I got a little dark there because, you know, sometimes these feelings can be a little dark. But when we are feeling lost, sometimes it feels that way. So if you're feeling lost, see if you can get back into this energy of gratitude, this energy of thankfulness, this energy of keeping your heart open, right? Keeping your heart open, connected to that higher power, your future self, and allow that to be the guiding star to pull you through. Allow that clarity to help pull you through in 2024. If you are feeling like you want to do a rebirth of your energy, if you're feeling like you need to plan out the steps to help you live a soul-aligned life, then you'll want to sign up for the Soul Shift VIP. The details are in the description box below. For the second reading, we are using the Everyday Witch Tarot along with Sodalite. So the Sodalite card is very beautiful, and this is a really great stone for the throat and the third eye chakra. Really great to enhance feelings of truth, clarity, intuition, intelligence, self-acceptance, and emotional balance. We are asking the tarot and spirit about your year ahead tarot reading. So let's see what it has to say about your current energy, your theme for the year, or the energy of 2024 for you. What new beginning is happening for you this year? What area of your life will you experience the most growth? What about any challenges for this year? Okay. What will support you this year? These cards just all want to come out. What is the best use of your energy or focus this month and this year? And what is your guiding star or true north for 2024? Oh my God, I love it. Oh my God. Okay, so the last reading, if you haven't watched it, you might want to go back and watch it, because I think it's really cool to see some of this stuff. Oh my God. Okay. And I'm excited because your true north is the Nine of Pentacles. Like, it's already done. You've already done the work. I love it. Okay. Okay. Oh, gosh, it's just so many places that my eyes want to go, and I'm really excited about this. Okay. So, okay. The best use of your energy or focus this month is to leave the past behind. The Eight of Cups, right? Again, the eight, the balance. It's so funny because the Eight of Cups is the best use of your energy or focus this month. And the Death card was, I love it. I love the way Spirit does this. Okay, so the best use of your focus and energy this month is going to be to leave the past behind. Let it go. Walk away from the stuff that does not serve you. Just walk away from it. Sometimes it's really hard, especially when it comes to emotions, especially if you're a highly empathic person who is also highly sensitive, who is also very intuitive, who feels a lot. And so if you feel a lot, this can be really difficult for you, but it's really going to be the best use of your energy. This year's support for you is the Tower. So if things fall away, let them. So sometimes things fall away because they needed to, they weren't stable, they weren't steady, and they weren't built on a good foundation to begin with anyway. Sometimes we knock things down and we let things go, right? In this case, your support this year is going to be to let the chips fall where they may, right? There is some things that we can control and some things that we can't. If there are things that you cannot control, let them go. Let them go. Like, there's a big energy for letting go. What area of your life will you experience the most growth? Wow, okay. I know I skipped over some cards, but I got to talk about these the way that they're coming up, and Spirit is asking me to talk about them. What area of your life will you experience the most growth? We got the Three of Swords here. And this is a good card, even though it looks really sad. Like, there's three swords there, and there's a book there, and like the bed is empty. Where you will experience the most growth is letting go of the grief and the past. Like, there's a lot of letting go in this reading. Letting the old self kind of die away. Letting the old thoughts die away. Where you'll experience the most growth, if it's a relationship, letting the relationships fall away, right? Letting those relationships go. And allowing yourself to be someone who can really put the past behind them. It's not easy with the thoughts and the feelings and all that stuff coming up, but there are some new beginnings happening for you. What new beginning is happening in your life? Is the Knight of Wands. This new beginning, this new feeling of like following your passion and making the choice to actually follow the passion, making the choice to follow the things that light you up, right? This year's challenge, the Ace of Pentacles, learning where to beginning, like learning that new beginning. So the Ace of Pentacles is all about new, right? New challenges. So the Ace of Pentacles is all about new things, right? So a new beginning, new opportunity, new financial opportunity. If this is your year's challenge, it's probably because you're wanting to decide, where do you put this new energy? Like there may be so many things that you're thinking of doing, or you may be caught between a few choices and you're like, I want to do this, but I want to do this, but I want to do that, but I want to do this. And so there may be this energy of like back and forth and not knowing where to start, especially because your current energy is on this Two of Pentacles. Look, that 8, right? That infinity sign, that balance, trying to find the balance, trying to find your center, trying to know like where you can stand in the middle, right? If this is your current energy, then that to me means that you are having some difficulties trying to, especially because this is your year's challenge, right? If you are trying to find out where to put this where do you start? Like, how do you start? Let yourself experience what it feels like to feel balanced and supported. What it feels like to feel like what actually brings you joy, what actually will bring you fulfillment this year, right? What is this theme for 2024? You have the Page of Swords, right? And so again, there's like this message of a new beginning. Pages are a new beginning. Pages are, they're a messenger of a new beginning, messenger of like something new is getting ready to start, new thoughts. I really love this as being the theme for this year for you, because it feels like this is like a new way to kind of put things in order for you, but also trying to do so in a childlike way, not a childish way, but a childlike way. Like, organization doesn't have to be stuffy, right? There's some ways to bring some fun into your life when you're organizing things. There's a way to bring some childlike curiosity and wonder. That's the word, wonder, and just figuring things out and trying to find new ways to do old thoughts, new ways to do old thoughts, or a new take on old thoughts. And so using that sword of knowledge to kind of cut through the bullshit of it has to be this way, the bullshit of like, this is the way it's always been done. This is the way I've always thought. It's always been this way. Has it always been this way? Or is this just a period that you're going through? And so if this is the theme of 2024 for you, this Page of Swords, this newfound way to look at your thoughts, this newfound way to organize your communication, this newfound way to set your goals, the area of your life and the new beginnings that are happening for you will help you. So if you can use this newfound wonder, it'll help you find the way to your passion, right? And that means that it's putting these thoughts behind you. It means it's putting the grief behind you. It means that it's putting this feeling of being stabbed in the back or the front behind you. It means that if you could put that behind you, you'll allow yourself to learn where you can plant this seed of opportunity, where you can plant this seed of growth, where you can plant the seed of money, right? Where you can let the things that fall away, where you can actively and consciously choose to walk away, and where you can find your guiding star if you've already done the work. If this is your struggle, right? If this is your biggest challenge for the year, and this is your guiding star, this Nine of Pentacles, then I think what that really means is that even though it feels challenging to find where to plant your seed, know that you will plant it in the right spot, right? Know that you will plant it in the right spot. You've done the work. The Nine of Pentacles gets to where she's at by doing the work. She's done a lot of work. She's done a lot of fucking hard work. And the reason that she's gotten to this place where she can feel free and abundant and feel like reading a book by the garden and drinking her wine or whatever, you know, your favorite pastime is to feel free and abundant. She's done all of this work because she planted the seeds, right? Because she learned to balance, right? Because she learned to do all of that, because she learned to be in wonder and awe, because she learned to walk through the fire, because she learned to walk towards her passion, because she learned to put the grief back and not let the grief be something to define her, because she learned to let the chips fall where they may, because she learned to actively and consciously walk away. She can sit here. The Pentacles are at the end of the tarot, right? The Pentacles are the last suit at the tarot. And so when you're getting close to like these 9s, 10s of Pentacles and, you know, the court cards and the Pentacles, this means that you've already done the work. This is the actualization, the materialization of all of these things that you've been through, all of these trials and tribulations that you've been through. So as I did in the first reading, I am reading from the guidebook. I love this guidebook for your guiding star. There is a certain satisfaction to be had in knowing that you have earned everything you have through your own efforts. So this one also has this little affirmation here, and it says, I create my own success and all is well in my world. There is a certain satisfaction to be had in knowing that you have earned everything you have through your own efforts. You've worked hard, and now that work is finally paying off. Congratulations. Whenever the Nine of Pentacles appears, it indicates a time when you can relax a little and bask in your achievements. Not that you can stop working altogether, of course, since the world doesn't stand still, but maybe slow down a bit and catch your breath. Even treat yourself to something special as a pat. Even treat yourself to something special as a pat on the back. You deserve a lot of credit, so be sure to give it to yourself. Things to consider. The Nine of Pentacles may reflect current success or be an indication that such success is soon to come. Either way, it refers to goals you've achieved through your own efforts and merit. You made it happen or are working on making it happen. Are you giving yourself enough credit? If you've been pushing hard towards some goal, are you giving yourself a chance to rest and recover before you move on to the next one? Have you spent so much time and energy focused on your endeavors that you've been ignoring people's or things that are important? If so, now might be the time to remedy that. So what I'm really getting from this is if throughout the year you're feeling the losses compounded, you're feeling this feeling of like, I don't know where things are going. I don't know what is happening. I don't know where to plant my seed. I don't know if this opportunity is ever going to come. If you are feeling that this year, then it's time to point back to your true north. It's time to relax a little bit. It's time to give yourself credit for all the things that you've done this year, all the things that you're doing this year, all the plans that you're making, and all the action that you're taking, all the wonder that you're putting into place, all of the balance that you're allowing yourself. Really come back. This is the balance. And I love that it started off with this and it ends off with this, that your reading starts with this energy of balance, because it's this equilibrium that you need to go through, right? It's this equilibrium that is really going to pull you through the strength of this year. Look to this as your guiding star. Really relax in knowing that what is meant for you can't miss you, right? What you want also wants you. And if you get down to it, down to the core, not the person, not the goal, not the thing, what is underneath that thing? If it's a person, is this feeling of being loved, a feeling of reciprocity, right? How can you give yourself, right, this reciprocity? How can you give that to yourself? If there's people, if you're feeling like you want the feeling of support, how can you support yourself? How can you support others? By giving this energy, we get it back. By giving the energy to the right people, we get it back, right? And so if you're feeling lost this year, if you're feeling like you don't know where to plant that seed, remember to turn back to the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, this energy of independence, this energy of strength and resiliency, this energy of knowing that you're putting in the work. So put in the work and the things will be magnetized to you. Moving on to the final reading, we are using Green Aventurine. Green Aventurine and this beautiful heart stone is really great for the heart chakra, personal growth, confidence, emotional well-being, and amplifying abundance and luck. And for this, I am using the Moon and Stars Tarot by Jane Wallace. So I've never used this deck before. I actually forgot that I had it. My sister gifted this to me a few years back. I want to say like 2 years ago. And I actually just started using it recently, and I think it's a really good deck. I really like it. So we are asking Source, what can we expect this year ahead for this reading? I think it's going to be important. Fire station truck is going off in the background, so let's see. Okay, current energy. What is the theme for 2024 for you this year, or your energy this year? What new beginning is happening for you? What area of your life will you experience the most growth? This year's challenge, this year's support, best use of your focus or energy this month. Alrighty. And what is your guiding star for 2024? How can you find your true north if you feel lost throughout the year? Let's see what oh my God, I love it, the star. Your guiding star is the star. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Really interesting. So you've got a few aces. Oh, and smack dab in the middle of your reading is Pentacles. Okay. Where do I start? Ooh. I guess I'd say, what area of your life will you experience the most growth, and this year's challenge for you? The area of your life that you'll experience the most growth is the Page of Pentacles. I love this. It says prospects underneath it. And then this year's, And then this year's challenge is the King of Pentacles, security. I love that these are the only two pentacles in your reading. I also love that you start off with a major arcana and you end with a major arcana, meaning this is going to be a pivotal year for you. It may start off really slow for you. You may be like waiting for things to happen, but in the end, you end with the star and inspiration. I love this. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. Okay. So this year's, where you're going to experience the most growth is this Page of Pentacles, right? This is the grounding part of you. This is the part of you that learns to plant the seeds and waits for them, right? The prospects card, right? This card is all about, finding your center, finding your balance, right? Your balance, your center, really coming back home to yourself, Throughout the year, you're going to have to keep coming back home to yourself. Throughout the year, you're going to have to learn to manage your thoughts and your feelings and with your actions and all of those things. The challenge for you this year, however, will be feeling that feeling of security. I think it's really interesting that this Page of Pentacles has 1 and the King has 2, right? It's sometimes our challenges, like we have to learn to give shit up. Like we have to learn to give up control. Sometimes we think we know what's best for us. We're like, why doesn't that thing want me? Why isn't that thing growing? Why isn't my money right? Why isn't my career right? Why isn't all these things that I want and need and feel like are meant for me, why aren't they coming? There is some solace that comes when we let go. When we let go of the results and we do the work. Show up and do the work, let go of the results, right? The Page of Pentacles shows up and does the work and lets go of the result. The King of Pentacles has done all the work. And so he's able to sit back and let go of control. He's able to sit in his chair here, right? He's able to sit in this, on his throne because he has done the work. Kind of like the Nine of Pentacles has done the work. The Page of Pentacles is like a new way to do this work, a new way to plant the seeds and let them go, right? It's the prospects, right? It's the, okay, I put it out there and these are prospects. These are people who might or may not take me up on this offer. These are things that may or may not grow. I don't know, but I've planted the seeds, right? This is where you're going to find the growth. But the challenge will be to learn to sit back and let it grow. To learn to sit back in that energy of accomplishment. I've done this. I've done the work. I've showed up. I've done the result. I showed up, I've done the work, now it's time to let go of the result. That's where the challenge will be in letting go of the results. Letting go of the results. Your current energy is in this Hangman, the stillness, right? There's the full moon, right? The full moon that just passed, and now we have a new moon coming up on January 11th. New moon in Capricorn. I think this is really important for you because that is going to be the time to set your intentions. Right now is not the time to set your intentions for the year. Right now is a time for stillness. Right now is a time for waiting. Right now is a time for shift in perspective. Right now is a time for letting things happen. You can move whenever you're ready to move. If you feel like you're ready to move, but things haven't moved for you and there's things that are outside of your control, let those things happen. Wait until you know absolutely for sure that you want to move forward. Your theme for this year is the Ace of Swords. New beginnings of new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new ways of understanding things, right? New ways of understanding things, right? A new perspective. Again, the perspective, the shift in perspective, right? You wait for the shift in perspective to happen. Once you have that shift of perspective, then you can open up your mind to these new things. And then the new beginnings that are happening this year is to make that choice. The Two of Swords, the crossroads. Sometimes this is looked at as someone with a blindfold on. They are not sure which way to go and they're clouded by their thoughts. This new beginning that's happening for you is that you will take the blindfold off. You will not let your thoughts control you. Instead, you will be the controller of the thoughts. You will not let your thoughts be who you are, and you will not believe your thoughts so readily. Sometimes when we're in this stillness, we believe that the stillness will always be there. Sometimes when we're at this shift of perspective, we don't feel like it will last. This new beginning for you is to not let your thoughts control you. The Page of Pentacles, and all the Pentacles are all about being grounded as well. The physical, material things that we have here. If you can take the blindfold off of this confusion, of this I don't know where to go kind of energy, and you can find this groundedness, it's really going to help you find this sense of stability within your prospects. To know that things are possible, to plant the seeds and to sit back and to let them grow, right? This year's support for you will be the Two of Cups, relationships. Relationships that are reciprocal. It's really important to say that, reciprocal relationships. Relationships that really fill your cup, not just drain your cup. You know, sometimes there are people in our lives that we love and we think so highly about. But how do they really make you feel? It's not what you think about this person, it's how this person makes you feel. Not from their doing or not from who they are, but how you feel around them. If you feel depleted, these are not going to be your best support. If you are an introvert, as I am, you might need to push yourself a little bit outside of your comfort zone to find the people who are willing and available and have enough space to hold for your introversion. It takes a special person to be able to do that. Not everybody can hold space for you in that way. However, those people who can hold space for your introverted, highly sensitive, highly empathic, personality are going to be the people for you form those relationships, form those kindred spirit, soul resonance. So there may be people who you already know who are the type of people that you can feel the support with, who are the type of people that you can feel this resonance with. If there are those people, you know, make yourself available to them. If you do not have those people, this is your sign to let yourself be the magnet to attract those people into your life, right? It's not going to come by, they're not just going to show up on your door. You may have to go out and find them, right? What is the best use of your focus this month? This Ace of Wands, this new beginnings. Really starting the track for the new beginnings. I think it's really interesting that your current energy is the Hanged Man, and then the best use of your energy is this new beginnings. Again, a shift in perspective. A really good shift in perspective will help you find those new beginnings, will help you really learn what those new beginnings are. Again, there's this full moon that's behind here. I think that that's really important. You've got 3 full moons here. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Hanged Man. I think it's going to be really important for you to let the completion happen with certain things, and then to allow this new beginning. From the completion will come this new beginning. From the completion will come this new beginning of this new way of thinking, this new way of assessing your thoughts, this new way of communicating as well. There also will become, especially because this is the best focus for your month, this Ace of Wands, there also will be this new beginning of this new passion, you know, allowing the passion to kind of guide your way, inspired action, right? And that ends your reading with the Star card, which is the guidance for the guiding star for 2024, or your true north card, the Star. I love that this is the guiding star for 2024, and it says inspiration. Star is about hope, right? It's about not letting go of the hope. It's about believing in the miracles, right? And as I did with the other cards, I'm going to read from the guidebook for you. So the Star is all about invigorating, rejuvenation, wishes, spirituality, ability, and dreams. A woman looks down into the vortex of a black hole, which reflects the Milky Way above her head that is giving her inspiration. She's collecting energy from the black hole in her vessel, and she collects the energy from the black hole in her vessel and pours it back into a cycle of universal energy. The constellation of Aquarius in the sky is actually linked to ability and determination. A shower of shooting stars fills the night and sky, signifying spiritual growth and the willingness of the cosmos to grant wishes of fulfillment. The Star is a yes card to questions asked. Reflect on your dreams. This card indicates wishes coming true through cosmic communication between you and the stars. It also asks you to look deeply into your self-care routine, as it can bring healing and rejuvenation. This card encourages you to listen to your intuition as you travel the journey of love, of self-love, and love of spirit. Be creative in everything that you do and follow your heart to gain inspiration. The Star message is let your intuition guide you towards a path of healing and creativity. The Moon magic affirmation is I am ready to realize my potential. So throughout the year, if you're feeling stuck, if you're like, I don't know what to do, really lean back into that feeling of rejuvenation, really lean back into that feeling of healing, really pour back into yourself, right? Pour back into yourself, especially if you're waiting for something to happen. Pour back into yourself. If you're waiting for the sense of understanding, if you're waiting for this new beginning, if you're waiting for these relationships and this security and the prospects, and if you're feeling at a crossroads, come back to your guiding star. Believe that miracles can happen. Believe that you will be in the right place at the right time, that you will get what you need and what you deserve, that you will be able to pour back into that cup of emotional well-being, and that you will be able to find your true north. And if you want to dive deeper into living a soul-aligned life, then you want to check out these videos here. That's it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye.